Hello again. In this video we are leaving off from the last video, which was the creation of the doghouse. What I've done since then, independently on my own, is I've added a few elements. I've added some fence. I've added a dog, as you can see. I've got a fence door here, as well as some vegetation and driveway, and there's appears to be a car as well. Some of these components, some of these aspects I've created on my own, whether it be through the paint tool to get my vegetation or my asphalt, or, and we'll get to this in this video, I've added components such as the dog, such as the car. I'm going to scroll out, my other car, the Volkswagen, and this lovely pine tree, and the fence as well. Now, these components did not come from thin air. Somebody obviously created these. This marvelous looking Porsche here, let's scroll over and take a little peek at this. Shows you the dexterity of the program, that someone would actually be able to create this car. And you can even look inside the car. Everything is fully designed. Basically nothing is left out from this design. It would have taken someone quite a bit of time and care to get that structure just right. And lucky for you and me, they saved it on Sketchup's 3D warehouse, which is a database of components such as this car, this fence, this tree, the dog, that you and I can draw upon, and it's free. So I'm going to show you how to add components such as these onto your SketchUp image. What you do is go to the window menu, go down to components, and then you search for what item you're looking for. Now I picked up a 2009 Volkswagen over here, and there's 29 of them for which I could have picked from. I happened to pick the first one, the 2009 Volkswagen. Not even sure how to pronounce that. I'm not even going to attempt it on YouTube. Now what I want to pick up is just something for the yard, maybe something that was kicked about and left out in the yard. A soccer, not a soccer stadium, a soccer ball. Now there's bound to be a bunch of these that have been programmed in by random people. 351 to be exact. I just want one, and I want a simple ball, so I'm going to pick the following. Just soccer ball. A to-scale soccer ball. To scale, which means that it's drawn to scale, as in it's going to appear to be about a foot in diameter. However, some of these components are not drawn to scale, and you have to kind of mess around with them. You have to use the tools to modify them when you actually incorporate them into your image. I'm going to pick maybe one that's not drawn to scale. Let's get this one here. True soccer ball. It doesn't appear to be drawn to scale. Now when I click on it, it's downloaded from the 3D warehouse. Now I have to place the ball somewhere in my diagram. As you can see, it's quite large, and I'm going to have to do a bit of work if I want to make this fit into my program. So I can zoom out a bit. If I hit the scale button, highlight my component, the soccer ball, I can scale this to whatever size I wish by picking one of the corners of this cube and coming in or coming out, enlarging or shrinking. But we maintain the shape if we use one of the corners to the scale. If, however, I picked, give it a minute, if I picked one of these corners to scale, it's not maintaining its shape. So I want to undo what I did and just use the corner to change the scale. Okay, this looks about right, but I want this ball on the surface, on the grass. In order to do this, we have to move it. So I'm going to select the Move tool, and I'm going to pick a point on the bottom of the ball. Now this is important that I pick a point on the bottom of the component, because when I bring it up onto the surface, I want that bottom touching the inference on face mark that SketchUp has given me here. So I'm going to drop it. I can see that it is not a real life size ball as we've got it here, so I need to shrink it a little bit more. That looks about right. Excellent. Okay, One more thing that we can do with this component that's relatively easy is to rotate it. Okay, for instance, I had to rotate these cars so that they align nicely in my driveway. Not so important with this soccer ball, as it's meant to just kind of randomly have been left on in the yard. However, if I wanted to rotate it, I'll use this rotate tool. I want to rotate it on the ground, so I'm going to drop my kind of protractor on the face, give another reading, and as you can see here, I'm able to rotate about my protractor, staying on the face to whatever orientation I wish. That's it for now.